Well, I had quite a day today. I swapped my night and daytime stuff around in my pillbox. I accidentally took the wrong side this morning. I took I take some antihistamine type stuff that's kind of an anti-anxiety sort of thing that helps you sleep at night, but a pretty mild deal, but it makes you incredibly sleepy. So started the day off taking that. We weren't able to cut right away this morning, but I did have to write some pretty complex hail insurance stuff and then took some phone calls today. So that I kind of fought through. So any of you that have had that experience know, gosh, I was like, holy cow, I must be getting sick or something, but I kind of made it through that. So that was good news. We are out here harvesting right now on the winter wheat, and this is on a more troubled area of the farm. This stuff had partially winter killed. We reseeded it to spring wheat. And as you can see in this video, we got a bunch of kochia coming in underneath there. And this field is just a perpetual problem that way. So we've gone from the last video of the winter wheat where we were maybe in the mid 30s. This is going to be in the low 20s. It has weeds coming underneath it, and there's still some kind of green spring wheat on the headlands from the reseed. So trouble we got to fight through here. I had that sleepy day. I had some financial setback stuff. I hedged on the cattle market back when the cattle were about $3. We keep getting margin calls on that. And so what I'm trying to say is, I know some of these days don't go as well as others. This is an interesting one. We're out here cutting probably one of our least favorite fields as far as trouble goes. I had that issue with the sleeping pill, and then had the margin call situation on the cattle again as that market keeps going up, which is a wonderful thing for ranchers. I just did the opposite of what I told everybody in LRP to do, and we went ahead. They had it run up quite a bit. We plugged the gap on that with hedging, so we had LRP underneath it, and then we hedged, and now it's running up and kind of missed out on the big run up here. So I just want to let you guys know we all go through similar things. Some of this stuff can be pretty tough. Harvesting something like this isn't great, but we know we're moving on to better stuff, and we're lucky enough this year to have caught enough rain to have some pretty decent barley. It's pretty good peas to cut, I think. And strangely enough, as you can see in this video, our mustard, some of it looked pretty good before it rained, but then it was kind of dying off. That entire field, including the weedy areas, has started flowering and growing again. So never seen that in all my years of crop scouting, but never again have we never had 2.5 inches of rain in July either. So hope harvest keeps going good for you guys. There wasn't really mistakes made here necessarily. It just didn't fare very well when we had all that dry weather in May. It's coming off of flax stubble, which didn't catch a lot of snow. And this is just a harder area to farm. I can't believe how much different the land can be just 5 miles down the road, right? So I understand if you're farming down the south end of the county, we are farming very similar stuff here. Some of the things we're trying to do here are a lot harder to put in place than they are up by the Sweetgrass Hills. So I hope you guys have a great harvest. Like I said, hopefully the hails quit now, because there's a lot of guys with some pretty awesome crop that got hailed out. We really feel for you guys too. That's even harder than dealing with this. Good news is, even with all this kochia coming underneath here, that stripper header does a fantastic job of cutting above that or cutting into the kochia, but not taking the plant with it. So we can get that rotor speed set right on that stripper. We can strip all this weed off, leave the kochia underneath, and not have the headache of that slugging through the combine or greening up the grain tanks. So some positives here. This field some year is going to produce a big crop, I'm sure, or we're going to seed it to grass. Maybe we'll get that done this fall, but regardless, we all have bad fields and we all have good fields. I just wanted to show you some of the bad as well.